Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. Um, this video has been sitting in my video library for quite a while, and that's because I kind of forgot about the project, and I was also like really struggling to kind of finish it. It is now actually almost in a finished state, but in the state it is now in, I will publish on the Theme Park Tycoon 2 workshop, because otherwise it wouldn't be possible and I would need to put another ID. And I have done that before, but for future projects it would take up a lot of space for IDs, and I don't know if I actually want only decoration for it to be in the ID. And yeah, so um, in this video you'll see me build a wild mouse, and to be specific, a Maurer wild mouse, or yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, but I always pronounce it as Maurer. Um, and yeah, that's just because I actually have a project in mind, and I wanted to do with this wild mouse. And the wild mouse is not the main part of it, and um, that's the thing with this. Because I was building this initially to recreate the Shooter's Canon from Hansa Park, that I have visited this past summer, and it was a bucket list course for me, and I was really looking forward to it. And I finally got to ride it this summer, and I couldn't believe it, and I still can't, that I have visited Hansa Park. And yeah, as you see me right here, I am placing down a beyond vertical drop course with like the mechanism spoilers for the Canon lifthill, and big spoiler ahead for the ride for people who have not been on it. But when you're on the lifthill of this coaster, which is enclosed, a 73-meter tall vertical lifthill enclosed in a building, but when you're on it and you're almost to the top, you actually fall down again, which kills the capacity a bit, but they actually still have a good throughput, speaking from what I saw, and it was a bit of a busy day, and I still managed to get 2 rides on it, and it was also not even the longest queue I have been waiting for, because the longest queue I have been waiting for was Flucht van Novgorod, but yeah, Karna is actually my in my top 3. It's on place 2, which with on place 1 Tyrol, and I am currently recreating Tyrol, but when Tyrol is in a kind of finished state, I will be starting on Karnan, and I don't know if I'll put content from Karnan on this channel, because it's actually maybe gonna be a group project, but because I am the only one from the friend group who visited it, it's just probably only gonna be me, and if it's only gonna be me, I'll probably put some things of this on my YouTube channel, but yeah, this is actually what you're seeing here, the start of that whole project, and I am actually quite excited to begin with this. But before I can begin with this, with my Karnan recreation, yeah, I am currently busy with a build battle with a northern. It doesn't really have a specific theme to it, but it was just build something in a 30 by 30 grid, and for the people and the person who organizes this is the Epic Dev. It's a really amazing channel, so make sure to check that YouTube channel out. I'll put a link of that YouTube channel in the description of this video, so you can take a look and see if you like his content. Um, but yeah, what I'm building for that is an Intamin gyro swing, and I'm giving it a Norse mythology theme. And for the people who have seen my posts of it, that was the progress I had, and it was quite annoying, also because college started again. So yeah, I am also busy with some schoolwork and going to school. So I most of the time am not busy with being behind my computer building for you. And it probably won't be for another 4 months before I have a week off of school, and then it's just all this period over again till probably summer vacation if I pass all my courses, but because then I have some free time. If I have not completed my courses, I will need to. I probably need to retake that exam again. So I do not want that. But yeah, that's why you probably see me upload less. Um, so yeah, another thing I wanted to say is I actually have forgotten now that I'm talking. um, but yeah, I know. Back again. There is also another video I am working on. It's been paused for a little bit because I kind of forgot about it again, and yeah, I was also not in the mood for a theme park, and I actually haven't been in the mood for a theme park for a few times. And the reason that brought me back into it was building my Vekoma boomerang that you saw in the background when I was building layout, because this is built in another park. Um, but yeah, and oh, the video that I'm also working on is a bit more, but I also have plans to work on. It's actually a bit of an extension of that themed area around the Vekoma boomerang. It's just a tiny extra thing uh, that I have hinted about in my showcase for the people who may or may not have seen it. But yeah, and also a thing is for the people who also noticed when this project was also being done while I was finishing my Vekoma boomerang, but you could sometimes see it in the background. It's like I was trying to also. Nah, it's not really nice to jump, but yeah, I was actually in the mood for building this, so I was building this while building my Vekoma boomerang. But yeah, I was just excited. I was just back from Hansa Park, and yeah. But anyways, I am currently building supports here, and these supports were quite a pain to figure out, and also quite a pain to finish. And it was a lot of constant looking for constant search for reference images, and there aren't a lot because everyone is just posting pictures of the specific thing that these wild mice are popular of, and those are the hairpin turns at the top. So when going low with my supports, it was also hard to figure out how they connected there. So I looked at a lot of 360 on right videos and searched of the whole of RCDB to find some good pictures. And I found some, but it was really, really hard to find. And Yeah, I eventually managed to do it, but it is just has been a lot of work. And yeah, I also this is my third take of recording this voiceover because my first one was a bit bad. I would say it was not good. I kept falling off my words, but this and the second one I did finish, but there was still a whole 10 to 15 minutes remaining of this video. It's just such a long video to record, and I don't even sometimes didn't even know what to talk about. Um, so yeah, um, more about this goes. I actually did not told the reason why I am building this one, but for the people who know, Hansa Park is known for Karnam, and next to Karnam, literally after the I don't know what to call it. It's an non-inverting sea serpent roll in my eyes, but when you come out of that, there is an overbank turn, and literally next to the overbank turn, there is a wild mouse called Crazy Man, and so wild mouse goes with not a lot of leg space, and I can tell you with experience, I was in single rider line, and I got in the cart, and there was literally no leg space. I was just stuck with a family of three, and I was like, oh my god, what the hell do I do now? So yeah, I just sat there kind of like enjoying the ride, but it was painful because I had no room to move, and I was also needed to be the first one to step out, but yeah, it's not a lot of room. And I don't know if Maurer noticed that in their design, but it's not made for big folk, it's just made for little kids in my eyes. So yeah, that's a bit sad. But yeah, Crazy Mind is, in my eyes, also one of the more themed wild mouse there is. Wild mice. I don't know if I need to use plural for these things. But yeah, it's themed to a mine-esque theme from the not Indian, but I don't know how to call it. I'm gonna look it up a bit, but yeah, it's themed to a mine theme in a bit of a Western style, but not of a typical Western style. It is more of a, yeah, I don't know. I'd let me. It's Indians, yeah, okay, it's still Indians with who live in their teepees, teepee tents. I don't know. Yeah, teepee tents, and they also have like a little band orchestra next to the first big drop of the ride, and they play music, and it can sometimes be really annoying. So yeah, what you also see me currently do now is just selecting everything to group everything so I can put it on the workshop for you guys, and the workshop is also a bit of a pain in my eyes. Because I have sent in multiple requests for some of my ideas to be on the workshop, but I have seen none of them on them, and I'm going to look now if I can see one. But yeah, it's a bit of a struggle to get something on there, and I actually do not want to use it then for you guys because it's just a pain to get something on there. Even though there are so many things I want to put on there. Yeah, the first thing I submitted was like the 3rd of July, and it isn't even on there. They say there is a 45 to 50 days before your blueprint is on the website, but I haven't seen anything. And also, they put a thing out that if you get 100 subscribers, you can be able to shorten that time, but before you can do that, you need to have 3 posts on the website, and that isn't possible if it's just not happening. So yeah, I'll just try to upload it again, and I will see if I can eventually get it on the workshop with the Vekoma boomerang one, so you can use it. And if everything is sure, the only game pass you need to put this one down is the disable collisions game pass, because I have built everything in the basic colors, and just hoping you guys can do something with it. And what we can do, maybe can do in the future, is just do a little build battle for who can theme this right the best, if I eventually get it on the workshop. Yeah. Also, the reason why you see me change this layout so much is because there are so many things that need to be perfect for the supports to work. This support structure is insane. It's really hard. It's really painful to build, and yeah, when I was doing the support, I was like, when is this part over? And then I realized I needed to make the track connectors, and I made track connectors, but I did only a few in this video, and I did the rest off camera, so I didn't have to bother you guys with that. So yeah, a note for now, I think we are now over the official talking limit I did with my previous recording, so it's progress. And I can't even know how I did that half an hour one with my boomerang. But hey, we're still here talking. But yeah, those are my struggles with the whole Theme Park Tycoon 2 workshop. It's not fun in my eyes if nothing you work so hard for comes in it. The park you also see me building now is my, between quotation marks I think it is, I'm not from an English country, so excuse me if I mispronounce or missay words, or don't even know a word, like what happened a bit back with the Indians in the teepee tents. But yeah. This park is actually, it was just nothing I had planned. I was bored in class in high school, and there was a little bit of an hour where we didn't have a teacher, and I was like, I want to build a transfer track. And with the transfer track I built a coaster, and with that coaster I eventually built an entire Italian town around it, and now it's this park. It's insanely how fast it went. And I really like this park. There were moments where I was just standing still, looking at my park and be like, wow. And this is where I find my joy in playing this game. And yeah, it's just sometimes these unexpected things that can make playing these kind of games really fun. And yeah, I also had that with my boomerang, and I finally just felt that feeling back again, and that was maybe the reason why I finished that project. And fun fact, it's the first project I have finished in my own. There is one other project, and it's not even on my own, it's just a recreation with one of my best friends, and that even took us 3 years, but it's a recreation of the RMC coaster, RMC hybrid coaster of Wallaby Holland called Untamed, and we do have an entire showcase of it. It's, in my opinion, a bit bad, but I couldn't do it because I had a bad laptop at the time and I needed to trust the recording of that friend, and yeah, I couldn't do the shots I want because my computer couldn't handle it. But yeah, I have I actually need to say laptop, but I have another laptop now, which is a bit better. But yeah, yeah, I actually wish we could do different, but it is what it is. But if you want to see it, you can probably view it via the information sign up in the right corner of this video, the upper right corner, or if I remember to do it in the description of this video. And it's on a different channel. I think I have this the showcase also on my channel, but I'm not sure if I have it. And the showcase also went a bit under the radar because I think we got 200 views with the IRL Untamed versus the Untamed side or recreation of Untamed. Yeah, I see now almost 300 views and then almost 200 views from our showcase. And we were hoping for a bit more, but we're okay with this. It's still pretty under the radar, which is kind of sad. But maybe if you get this far in the video, or if you've been watching this, could get it a bit higher up. And if you also look under my videos, I see you also have another showcase, and that showcase is for a wing coaster I made, and that is actually a park that is dating before COVID-19. And yeah, fun fact, that coaster still isn't finished. It was like the showcase is with the old legacy wing coaster and a single rail over track to get that B&M track. But then came the wing coaster update and we retracked the whole thing, and now supports aren't lined up, and now we also got better updates to make primitives better. And yeah, now we're actually redoing the whole area if we want to do it. We have been working on it a bit, but not that much. But I am hoping to get that also done in the near future, and then I can make a proper showcase of the whole area, which has been improved so much actually. And I have been using a window set for that, and I can put that window set ID also in the subscription of this video if I remember to do it, and it's probably a thing I'm going to say a lot when doing these voiceovers. But yeah, but not to I'm drifting a bit too far off here, but yeah, as you see now, most of the supports are finished. I think they all are finished. And I have been testing a lot to get as much trains as possible on the layout, and also make it as painful as this IRL with putting the brake power really high. And it was also a bit fun to play with. So yeah. Oh, I see, I didn't really put every support in. I'm like doing the last one there. But yeah, that one, I don't know if Maurer really has. I needed to pick that one from a Mac Wild Mouse. And that is located in Bobbejaanland, called Speedy Bob. And yeah, that's the reason why I say I don't know if Maurer really has that one. Um, but yeah, it's really, yeah, I don't know what to say, but this build, I am actually happy that I am finishing this video now, so for me it is a finished thing and it's not sitting in my head, oh yeah, I need to finish that video, or, and also for you guys to have to view something and not wait for me till I have finished the build battle project, which I will be uploading a showcase for if it is done, which is not at the moment, but almost. It's insane how far I've got with that, and yeah, maybe you'll see it soon on my YouTube, or if I get lucky to be in the top 5 on the YouTube channel of the Epic Dev. So yeah, a quick notation before this whole video ends. Please make sure to check out the YouTube channel of the Epic Dev. He is a bit on a break right now, which I completely understand, because if you want to do YouTube at a full-time job, it is actually really tiring that most of the people don't even know. Like, for example, now I need to create an entire project, work on a video, record myself building, which can take up a lot of time. I think in this whole video there is 5 to 10 hours worth of video material just for this wild mouse. I have sped this footage up for like ×8. Yes, and even now the video is almost half an hour, and I haven't even put a little showcase at the end. With like the whole project being finished, and yeah, that's just the whole thing. And then I also need to do a voiceover of this whole thing if I want to, and that just depends on the length of the video, which right now is half an hour, and my talking time is almost over, I see, but you don't really need to underestimate the time it takes to make this whole video possible. And I know I use the background music that you can hear right now a lot, but that's just because in my opinion it's the only background music that really fits the mood that I want this channel to have, and that's just a bit of a relaxing speed build vibe thing, almost like Silverhead, but I don't really want to imitate him, but he's just an amazing build on Planet Coaster, and I appreciate his work. But for now, I think that the entirety of this video is almost over, and I think I filled this half hour up really great, and I hope I see you guys in the next video. Later.